Hi there, viewers and gamers alike out there, and welcome to this special video of Batman Return to Arkham City. So, as we're gonna do a little topic right off the bat, or something special, or whatever you might call it. Don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and tell me, what do you guys think of the Arkhamverse of Batman? That he came back returning to Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham Knight, and Arkham Origins, including Gotham itself. Anyways, let's continue and see what we can know about and what we find out about what it is. So anyways, enjoy the following video. Hi there, viewers and gamers alike out there, and welcome to a special video of my own commentary of Batman Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, and Return to Arkham Asylum and Return to Arkham City, if you want to know. So both of them, are all of them, including Arkham Knight and Arkham Origins, Blackgate Deluxe and Arkham Origins and all that stuff. I mean, but first, let's talk about this. I mean, how did, if you guys wondering, why did I started playing the game of Batman games in the first place? Well, simple, I got so interested of watching, K-Wing playing his own Batman games and his own Nightwing 01 channel, which I kinda like and I kinda don't like. It's, for particular reasons, it's kinda strict because you don't want to know. However, there was only one thing that only interests me. Just one. That was it. Only one. And that is Batman. All Batman games, if you want to know. So yeah, all the Batman games. Pretty obvious. I mean, it's it's just kind of cool. I mean, anything that can happen of what's going on. It's just simply amazing. It's the only thing I really liked, enjoyed in the Batman Arkham games is I thought why not I try if K-Wing can do it by throwing his own voice of that Christian Bale Batman, why can't I? I mean, it's just simple as that. And as I started doing this, and as I got better, a little bit, well, day by day, it usually goes on for what's coming to me. Since I got interested in the Arkham games of Batman, I decided to try them out myself. And usually, what it goes to show you, it was kind of fun. I mean, the first game was actually really good. I mean, it starts campy, then it gets dark, and then still campy and somewhat dark, which I truly like, and there is nothing so ever that hinders me. But then somehow later on, I thought I'd try out Batman Arkham City. And you know, it went pretty good. I mean, the game of Arkham City itself was absolutely dark. I did not know this as a fact that it was going to be this dark. And so it seemed. Did you well, here's I don't know if this is true or not, but here goes. Did you actually know that Batman Arkham City, before the remastered version, was supposed to get an M rating game for this, but it didn't. why it didn't get an M-rated game. The developers think it's almost like an M-rated game, but all this because the game is kind of dark, and not to mention the language is sort of tame, because it's, I mean, Arkham Asylum, it was tame. It was really tame, I'll give you that. But the other game, but Arkham City was not quite as tame as it used to be because of the language. If it says mild language, why couldn't they put that in Arkham Asylum? Because the developers kind of actually did this in reverse. It says it contains this and that, and then it mild this and mild that. But no, they actually did it in reverse, which doesn't make sense. So that could have been the mild one for the Arkham City, well, for the Arkham Asylum, and the one that's not mild, which is Arkham City. And that is how the developers from WB Games kind of got it wrong. And to me, I still say this is like a really hardcore T game because of the language. And it's not my fault because there's nothing I can do. I mean, trying to multitask this from the first game I played it on my Xbox 360, I don't have a mute button. But since I do have it with my new recording device, it does. But multitasking it is just like not as easy as it looks, to be honest. So yeah. Then I decided to throw in my own voice. I tried to sound like more like Roger Craig Smith. Try to sound a little bit more like Kevin Conroy. But to be honest, I'm nowhere near those voice actors. They're just too pretty good for me. But I kind of sound a little bit like Roger Craig Smith's Batman from Arkham Origins, which is not too shabby and not too... How do I say this? Not too drastic. And why do I say this? Well, because I could, well, you know, it happens. I mean, try to mimic or voice imitating that voice actor into something that you're not is just incredibly insane. I mean, you have to be really talented. So if you're suggesting, why did I throw my own voice into this? And why do I try to sound like Batman? Why do I want to sound like him? Why do I do this? Simple. I started to try voice acting lessons of my own self only. My own self only. And I got no one's help. I did it on my own. On my own. If Kaywin thinks he's got to run for his money by doing this, he's actually pretty good. I'm not saying I'm going to go against him. He's a pretty good voice guy who voice acting like Super Mario and the Christian Bale Batman voice. It's just pretty insane. Of course, the first time I tried the voice acting was Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1 and 2, and I thought I tried, and because I hear the Emperor's voice, and I decided to put it into Batman Arkham City, and I tried voicing Master Yoda, and it actually worked for the first time, because people would think, how do you voice like Yoda? You sound like an old guy, but in real life you look pretty young to me. Because I am. Trying to sound like Guy Sensei. It's just absolutely incredible. You can't possibly imagine of what's going on within me. It's actually pretty amazing of how it gets to it. It's you know, voicing the Emperor and voicing Yoda on both counts to sound like old guys but actually, it's a really young voice actor. That's incredible. I mean, oh wow. I mean, I kind of got that from a glimpse from you know, the voice actor Sam Witwer, who voices the Emperor himself and portrays himself as Star Killer of the actor himself. I didn't say I didn't meet him in person. I only feel of the glimpse of hear his voice acting of how he did it by voicing the Emperor, and it was so well spotted on. My voice acting by voicing the Emperor is nearly like that close to Sam Witwer's Emperor, and if anybody can match this, I mean anybody. It's so simple. Of course, you gotta reel it in. Of course, you got not to try that from my predicament, Master Jedi. First, you'll give me your names and your friends and your allies, and then you will die. I assume that everything is going according to plan in my design. Oh, yeah, that's kind of creepy. And Yoda's wise says, Yoda, watch your back, Luke. Always watching. The Force flows through you. The Force flows through me, but not completely with Batman. Yeah, and not to mention I sound like Goofy from the Walt Disney characters. Goofy and, yeah, like, you know, how I say hi, Mick. I know how to say this. For a good way to sound a great impersonation by voicing Goofy is this. You're kind of like, oh, open your mouth and say ah, but in a deep voice, like saying, oh, you Mickey, oh, I'm your best friend. it's just so I don't know. It sounded like, and then I could try to do some Japanese anime voice acting, but you know, as an English voice actor, I could try to voice Guy Sensei. I could try to voice some of the characters from Fire Emblem, from the Fire Emblem characters from Fire Emblem Heroes or whatsoever. I mean, of course, I could voice, and my voice actually sounds like the voice actor from Spider-Man: Web of Shadows who voices Spider-Man. Like, I'm not kidding. It's absolutely true. I mean, if you don't believe me, I mean, you can watch my playlist, and it almost sounds just like him. I mean, it absolutely makes perfect sense to fit in. My voice, I would try to sound in like the mixture with Tobey Maguire, Don Knotts, and Shaggy and Mickey Mouse combined. But in the black suit, I mean, I would try to combine my voices to sound like with Clint Eastwood and Ronald Reagan mixed. But in a funny way. It's just absolutely amazing. And when I put into that, I put it with emotion. I put it with from what I feel. I have to throw it into. I need to feel like I'm in the, not just playing in the game, but I need to feel like I want to throw my voice into that character to sound just like him, but not exactly per se, but might try to get close one day in the future, like that percent, if you want to know. I know if you guys think I'm not making any sense, but some of you might do, some of you don't, but I do if you want to know what I am talking about.
The heart of Gotham's future beats with
I mean, it's not that complicated to understand. How do you throw into voice acting into a game like this, or into a movie, or into a non-licensed movie, game, or a TV show, a series, or out of any question whatsoever. Of course, usually a person's voice might hurt, but you need to drink lots of water. Of course, that depends on you drink coffee or tea is up to you, because you drink a bunch of tea, your voice gets higher. Drink a bunch of coffee, your voice might sound lower, like in the tenor or the brass section. Or the bass section. I mean, whichever works best for you. It's, and like I said, it's not that complicated. I mean, voice acting can be really tough. I know one of the mods whose name is Blackwing, because he is a mod of the K-Wings Let's Plays, and a mod of the Nightwing 01 channel per se, I think. Of course, I mean, if the K-Wings were going to, okay, for example, if the K-Wings were to play a Star Wars game, and if they're looking for someone who tried to voice master Yoda, and if they think I'm their guy, which I can do that so well, I can voice master Yoda on the dot. I'm not kidding. I mean, Tom Kane did this, and not to mention the guy who voiced Miss Piggy. I think his name is Frank something, because I can't remember. His name is Frank. He voiced Miss Piggy, but he also voiced Master Yoda. I mean, he did an amazing job. It's like absolutely legendary. I mean, it's just way beyond my own belief. And the reason why voicing Master Yoda to sound like an old guy, but actually that sounding like an old guy is actually a young actor, as a young man who tried to voice him with that much talent, including to try to be a puppet boy or puppet master or ventriloquist. It's just absolutely amazing. I mean, this kind of absolutely takes off like wildfire. And you know what they say, I mean, trying your best takes practice, and practice makes perfect. Of course, I could try to sound like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. And also, I try to voice Ninja, but I do believe K-Wing's a little more better. Of course, I can voice Luigi from the Super Mario Brother games. Of course, I'm like the perfect voice actor of Luigi. Of course, K-Wing can voice Mario very much because Charles Martinet is just wow. Of course, I doubt the K-Wings would see this video if I sound like Master Yoda. 'Cause Master Yoda is always here for you. Oh-ho-ho! Always wanting more, Padawan. Always watchful. Questions you have answered. Questions you will be asked. Either yes or no. Yeah, I mean, it's not that complicated to those people who try to get into this kind of voice acting. I mean, seriously, I mean, I know what I do my best, and it's not saying it's complicated. It's actually pretty insane. Of course, I could try to voice Guy Sensei, but I can also voice Arthur, you know, from Fire Emblem Echoes, but he's also from Fire Emblem Heroes. I can actually voice the male Corrin from Fire Emblem Heroes, and I could do that. Not saying I can't, I could. And when I mean I could, it is, It is like almost well or nearly spotted on. It's just absolutely amazing. I made my choice. Let's do this and onward. Ho ho! Yeah. That is. It's just absolutely incredible. So yeah. And that takes care of those guys. And you know what they say, I mean, and then I decided somewhere in Arkham, from the final episode of Arkham Origins and Arkham Asylum, and Arkham Origins, and then the beginning to Arkham Knight, I decided to throw in some of the pictures with the, well, you know, I threw in some fanciful Vocaloids in with the pictures being taken on, which are non-licensed, okay? Non-licensed. Which is, you know, non-license of any whatsoever. And also, I kind of threw in some of the special, like the Kamen Riders, and not to mention this and that. I threw in Batman as well with Darth Vader, and then all of a sudden it's going to go works in pieces. And then it starts to get a little more interesting, and I decided to throw in some extra videos on the spot. As I started to get better, I started getting smarter to get better time after time. Of course, the creator studio of YouTube is going to go away on September 20th of 2017, which will be that much difficult for me to edit and how to do this and understand and cut it out and yeah, and all that and somewhat and so on and so forth. And my question is, am I going to continue my YouTube channel? Yes. Editing out the videos to know which ones that I can cut out will be that much difficult for me to ask. So anyways, yeah, and I threw in some of the bunch of the drama, the slice of comedy, the slice of life a little bit, the slice of action, and the slice of romance, or a bit of Korean dramedy, and then getting to fall in love with that character, to throw in my voice along with the pictures being shown, as what you saw on the Arkham series of Batman Arkham Knight. And not to mention the Spider-Man Web of Shadows, which is a 2008 non-movie licensed game, and this game as well of Batman Return to Arkham City, and not to mention parts of Batman Return to Arkham Asylum of somewhat and so forth. And so for that is how I was able to do it, in order to put in my own personal voice to combine this. So yeah, I try to keep myself of this channel to a PG. Hey, what's up, Buddy Jackson, who is now online, who is Buddy Plays. Haha, shout out to Buddy Plays. I like to do shout outs for those who want to say hi to me, because it's important to say hello. And I have and there I got some fake friends who ignore me, because if they think they can do that to me, they'll be happy if I'm gone, and I hate this. And I hate fake friends. So anyways, yeah, sorry about that. It's kind of dark. So anyways, it's, so yeah, falling in love with that female character, falling into gracious friendship, falling into a love crush with that, and all this. I do my best to put in the videos and the spots of what I can think of time, and thinking ahead of it, what's in it. And so, yeah, basically all that is most like the info. And about me, I mean, well, I'm just a guy, I'm just a young man who wants to work on this job for YouTube, and not to mention, which I never got. I mean, I don't mind working for Activision, but Warner Brothers Games or some other company, but they don't actually notice. If they did, they probably see it till now, but I hardly doubt that this may come to a significant source, because usually sometimes your channel is like the world's biggest secret for you're like the internet's world's biggest secret channel of some sort, and I keep it from a PG to a mild PG-13 sense, okay, because I don't want to go way beyond the books, okay? It's not gonna be my style, and it's not gonna be worth it. And I don't want to do that. But I believe that's it. Yeah, that's it. And for that, I think I am thirsted out for more of this information. And I'm going to get myself a cup of water with plenty of rest. But don't worry, I'll always be back on my feet. So, I thank you guys for watching this video, and tell me, what do you guys think of the information you know about? Leave a comment section below if you guys ever tried this kind of stuff before, if you tried gaming. But please, remember, you got to play it safe. When I say play safe, I mean play safe, because you know how the K-Wings say God bless and happy gaming. I say Godspeed, play safe, and shalom, as in peace be with you. So anyways, once again, don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and tell me what you guys think about the comments of my own commentary of this video. Drop a like and comment, and remember, please be courteous and show the respect, the proper respect, not disrespect of any whatsoever. So once again, this is Leo Wolverine saying and speaking as always, Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. And once again, you guys are true champions as heroes who fight crime, including those who are athletes with different abilities like I do in Special Olympics, and for those who are not in the Special Olympics. So for that, I salute you, each and every one of you. So that's right. Once again, shalom.